afternoon and welcome to WEFM's Midday News brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited.
Save! It's time to beat the clock and score big when you shop at Quartz this Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Monday. Don't miss out on jaw-dropping employee pricing, up to 50% off on selected items, and unbelievable deals every hour. But hurry, these deals won't last. Shop now and beat the rush. Visit us online or check in store for details. Quartz, bringing value home.
Welcome back to WEFM's Midday News brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited. I am your presenter, Rajiv Providence. First, on the local scene, the Ministry of Education has expressed its commitment to supporting schools here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines that were affected by the impact of Category 4 Hurricane Beryl. Senior Education Officer Mavis Finley Joseph reaffirmed this commitment. She said that the ministry will ensure that affected students of these schools will receive the necessary psychosocial support and more. We hear more from the Senior Education Officer.
We will be paying particular attention to those schools that were ravaged by the hurricane Beryl. We know that there would be some psychosocial support that would be necessary. We had experienced some learning loss, and therefore we'll be working closely with the curriculum development unit. The members, the education officers there would be working closely with the teachers to see how they could best help the students to recover from the learning loss.
That was Senior Education Officer Mavis Finley Joseph. The Senior Education Officer said that in every aspect, whether it is resources, psychosocial support, supplies, and more, the ministry is doing its best to ensure those students have as easy a transition as possible for the new academic year. Minister of Health, Wellness and the Environment, Sinclair Prince, is currently leading a delegation at the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, Directing Council meeting held today in Washington, D.C. The meeting focuses on critical strategies for the elimination of specific diseases, enhancing the detection and treatment of chronic non-communicable diseases, NCDs, and advancing primary health care across the Americas. The Directing Council meets once a year in those years when the conference does not meet. It acts on behalf of the conference between sessions of the conference. The Pan American Health Organization is a specialized agency of the United Nations in charge of international health cooperation in the Americas. Still on the local scene, Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves has strongly advocated for Taiwan's inclusion in international affairs during his address at the United Nations General Assembly, UNGA. In his speech at the general debate, he highlighted that Taiwan's exclusion from vital international discussions undermines the founding principles of the United Nations. Prime Minister Gonsalves specifically called for Taiwan to be allowed to participate in UN specialized agencies, particularly those addressing critical global issues. He argued that Taiwan's absence from these forums contradicts the UN's commitment to inclusivity and cooperation. The Prime Minister reaffirmed St. Vincent and the Grenadines' long-standing support for Taiwan, emphasizing the importance of recognizing the Taiwanese people's right to self-determination. On to news in the region. The Jamaican Ministry of Health and Wellness is urging citizens to reduce their salt intake following a study in collaboration with the University of the West Indies, which revealed that Jamaicans consume an average of 3.6 grams of salt daily, almost double the recommended amount. The study also highlighted that potassium intake is low, with many not meeting the World Health Organization's daily recommendation. Professor Trevor Ferguson, chairman of the National Committee on Non-Communicable Diseases, NCDs, emphasized the need for public education on reducing sodium and increasing potassium through healthier food choices, such as cooking at home and using herbs for flavor. He noted that only a quarter of Jamaicans consume enough fruits and less than half get adequate vegetables, which are essential for preventing diseases. Dr. Tamu Davidson from the Health Ministry stated that the study's findings will inform future policies in line with the National Strategic and Action Plan for NCD prevention. The initiative coincided with World Salt Day observed on September 29th. At the 79th United Nations General Assembly, Trinidad and Tobago's Minister of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs, Dr. Amory Brown, delivered a strong condemnation of the double standards surrounding the Gaza conflict, advocating for an immediate ceasefire, a stance echoed by CARICOM. He criticized the view that Palestinian children deserve fewer human rights, highlighting the devastating toll of the conflict, including the deaths of over 200 UN staff and tens of thousands of civilians. Dr. Brown emphasized that international law should apply universally without favoritism. He announced Trinidad and Tobago's recent establishment of diplomatic relations with Palestine and expressed support for its full UN membership. Additionally, he called for action on various issues, including the crises in Haiti and Cuba, reparations for historical injustices, global support for women and girls, and intensified climate change initiatives. On the international scene, Switzerland and Italy have agreed to redraw part of their border in Alps due to melting glaciers caused by climate change. This change affects areas near the Matterhorn and several ski resorts as traditional borders defined by glacier ridgelines have shifted. Switzerland has officially approved the agreement while Italy is still in the approval process following a draft agreement from May 2023. Recent statistics revealed that Switzerland's glaciers lost 4% of their volume in 2023, the second largest loss on record attributed to unusually warm summers and low winter snowfall. The redefined borders aim to clarify responsibilities for maintaining specific natural areas, particularly in regions like Plateau Rosa and Gober de Rollin. The final implementation will occur once both countries sign the agreement. Finally, in sports, the Vinci Jewels have clinched the title of champions at the 4th ECCB International Netball Series, triumphing over Grenada with a score of 59-50 in the final match. The victory marks a remarkable achievement for the team as they completed the tournament undefeated, securing a total of 12 points with 6 consecutive wins. 7 teams from the ECCB member countries, Anguilla, Antigua and Barbuda, the Commonwealth of Dominica, Grenada, Montserrat, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines competed in 21 scheduled matches for the prestigious Gloria Ballantyne Championship Trophy. This championship is named in honor of Gloria Ballantyne, a renowned netballer from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. This has been WEFM's Midday News. I have been your presenter, Rajiv Providence. Join us again at 3 o'clock for WEFM's 3 p.m. news. WEFM's Midday News is brought to you with the kind compliments of Quartz St. Vincent Limited.
Ready, set, save. It's time to beat the clock and score big when you shop at Quartz this Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Monday. Don't miss out on jaw-dropping employee pricing, up to 50% off on selected items, and unbelievable deals every hour. But hurry, these deals won't last. Shop now and beat the rush.